you know? I'll be up early, man. Stressing on a blessing, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Don't ever get it misconstrued. Raphael 87, baby. Work hard, man. I just, you gotta understand your spiritual battles in life. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand that, right? So you gotta understand, like, sometimes the wave gonna be, you know what I mean? Sometimes, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, but top of the border, man. So, P Diddy, man. I ain't even been watching most of it. You could just hear enough to like walk away from it, bro. You know what I mean? And it's like nobody really ever said growing up they wanted to be P Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Like big as what DMX was out. You know what I mean? Yeah. All these people though, like all these celebrities, they get you to think they this, and then when you hear them talking and you just then you just like, there ain't no superheroes, bro. If you ain't your own superhero, I get it because they try to target, young teenagers and, you know what I mean, young people, period, to influence them on this person that they created as their hero based upon society's energy at that time. You see what I'm saying? So nowadays it's this, but then it was that, but Diddy, punk ass, right? Diddy was like the spokesman. He was like the hip hop version of Bill Cosby in a sense. Like he was like you had Suge, this dark blood. Then you had Diddy, this innocent man who was trying to get this fat dude famous called Notorious B.I.G., right? And he had the more cleaner image, you see what I'm saying, at a point in time. Hence why like Suge, people kinda hated Suge after Tupac died, bruh. So, you know what I'm saying? They hated Tupac after he died. I mean, Suge, like, played Suge, that's why Suge, public opinion be killing these niggas off, though, for real. It ain't even, I don't know how much of it's true, but if you let enough stay out there and, like, then you play yourself, and if y'all niggas stop leaving my life, I be seeing, like, then like, but see, I'm one of them, you know what I mean? And I'm smarter, bruh. What can I say, bruh? It's just I'm dumb too. You know what I mean? I'm dumb at some point. But I ain't going out like these niggas. So yeah, man, we was trying to wait till 2 minutes cleared so we can you know what I mean, get into it now. Now, like when you look at all of this stuff, right? One thing, you can't keep forgiving. As a black man, you can't keep forgiving other black men for being unrighteous when we so cutthroat in the streets in general. You know what I'm saying? But then when a nigga get in trouble, you want to be like, blah, 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 blah. But certain things just ain't copacetic. You know what I'm saying? Now, Diddy had hella shit going on over all the years. And then it make you think about all the niggas that Diddy was rocking with. Meek Mill's lost his card. I don't care what he say. The nigga nobody's, you know what I mean? Fabulous. Even Jadakiss was over there. You know what I'm saying? So rocking with him. Fat Joe. So I don't know what y'all niggas be doing. Jay-Z, all y'all niggas, man, seem compromisable and start acting like, you know what I mean? Like, that's that rich gay shit, bro. A lot of motherfuckers get on some rich gay shit, bro. They try to sell to you or to your children that they gangsters and stuff like that and part of the culture of what we stand for. But you know what I mean? As far as generally, like, they got us stuck in a box. And once you niggas get the opportunity, y'all try to suppress us in that box. You know what I'm saying? Like, P Diddy would have been considered like what they call him, like the the uncle, you know what I mean? All of that because of what he was doing. You feel me? But I don't know if it was targeted towards the black community, but a lot of people on Bad Boy said they didn't get paid, all kind of stuff. Diddy kept their money just to use baby oil on boys, bro. So Diddy did all that shit, right? Just to keep them niggas money. So he put them through all of that shit just to put baby oil on niggas and shit and do it. This is weird, all the shit he into. That's the part. Like, nigga, you into a lot of weird ass shit too. So so you just all around bad for business because you was turning niggas gay and shit, doing all the weird shit. Like that shit is uncalled for. You know what I mean? And really disappointed everybody like Bill Cosby kind of, because nobody really like, you know what I mean? Diddy wasn't like, you know what I mean? He didn't stand for like what a black man looked like. You know what I'm saying? Like no, that nigga he had a weird shaped head from the beginning, bro. You know what I mean? Nigga looked like an alien for forever and shit. So do I feel sorry for Diddy? Not really, because if he did all that shit, bro, you know what I'm saying? That's out of pocket. You know what I mean? But do I think it's a crime or something? I don't know. I ain't listened to it that much. But they gonna get his ass. They got him in the feds for a reason. So he's a buster though. You know what I'm saying? Straight buster, bro. And nigga was doing some buster activities and using his wealth to be hella gay. Like that nigga was using his wealth to be hella gay. Like you wasn't trying to help out no, just to be hella gay. So when people like be mad at white people, yeah, you know what I mean? It's understandable, you know what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers ain't helping black people. But the black people ain't helping black people either, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas trying to, you know what I mean? So, and that go for a lot of shit. It be like, motherfucker wants you to do this or do that. And then it don't have to be on no Diddy, you know what I mean, gay shit. It could be on some regular, like, nigga want you to do too much. Sell your soul to a motherfucker just to come up. That's not cool. You know what I'm saying? It's not cool. You get what I'm saying? And you be surprised. What's up with you, man? What's up, mob? You know what I mean? But you be surprised. Like, now, my brother didn't been around so many celebrities like this nigga didn't been around motherfuckers from like Barbara Streisand to he before Heavy D died, he was teaching him how to dance and shit. Before Michael Jackson died, my brother was supposed to be on that dance tour with Michael Jackson. That was his first time. That was like his motherfucking dream, bruh, since he was a little kid. I want to dance with Michael Jackson and shit. So he was almost there, but then Michael Jackson passed away. You know what I'm saying? So, but my brother been in movies and all kind of shit. So, but amongst that, bruh, hey, I never seen the movie, but I was with him. He was in the Miley Cyrus movie one time. They had like a little beach scene and shit. I seen Miley Cyrus. So I done seen a lot of different type of shit, bruh. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, amongst me seeing that, it be like, you know what I mean? And y'all be thinking it's a secret society. No, nigga, it ain't secret, nigga. You just don't know. You know what I'm saying? That these niggas be on some weird shit. Yeah, I'm from Stockton, bruh. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Stockton, bruh. Just an old dumbass nigga. I'm just an old dumbass nigga. You know what I mean? I'm Stockton, bruh. You know what I mean? Fucked up in the head and all this shit. You know what I mean? Fucked up in the head. If you listening to me, bruh, you probably fucked up in the head. A little bit. You know what I'm saying? But Diddy, bruh. Yeah, man, he did that shit, bruh. That nigga is on some weirdo shit. And then you look at like Jay-Z probably on that shit too. My brother danced for Beyonce before. Beyonce used to be regular and shit. I met her too. You know what I'm saying? Regular, hella light skinned and hella pale and shit. You like, damn, you hella pale, Beyonce. Now Kelly Rowland looked good, bruh. Diddy cooked. He was cooked when Dirk cooked. Them niggas is, you know what I mean? And if it's set an example, or them niggas did what they said they did, them niggas cooked, man. They ain't gave them niggas bail or nothing, bro. Dirk try to get bail again. You know what I'm saying? all of, it's really a blessing, bro. All your people, you know what I'm saying? Dirk last and left, bro. This shit, you know what I'm saying? You the last of the Mohicans, bro, from that era of Dirk. You know what I'm saying? So, he might be able to strike a deal where he don't do the rest of his life in jail, you know? And, get to still be relevant at a point in time, you know what I'm saying? But you can't really, this day and age, bro, is you could do whatever you want to do, right? And you might even get away with it. But if a motherfucker wants you, they got the powers in their hand, they gonna get your ass in this era. So it's never been about who guilty or not. It's always been about public opinion, especially when if they could sell it to the public, no matter if celebrity or not. If you did something or they want to accuse you of something so foul, nigga, they will put it on every news channel. And understand these news channels is owned by people, right? These is owned by entities, you know what I'm saying? Stockholders, da 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 da. So it's not an accident that this information repeats itself. Like you watch any of them politic news channels, they gonna say the same thing all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? The next story, just like these blog sites, same shit. Okay, the narrative that whatever want to paint, but it's more organized than that because motherfucker might own CNN, Fox, uh, Fox Sports. You know what I'm saying? And own so many different little entities that they controlling all of what's coming out, the commercials and shit. So tell you a vision, bruh. That's what they call it. Tell you a vision. You know what I'm saying? And if you believe that, a lot of people be believing this stuff. Now I think people like, how your mom used to come to you. Did you hear what happened? And man, they trolling you. You know what I'm saying? This shit ain't real. Now people starting to realize that more. Like, man, take the information and then do your own due diligence on it to see if it's real or not. But obviously, like somebody like P Diddy, it was real enough for the people to believe it and get you incarcerated. And I know it only takes so much for them to like bring an indictment on you or something like that. A few people said the same shit. They probably go indict your ass. You know what I'm saying? So uh, that should be like that, bro. And Tory Lanez, you know, that nigga, he's kind of I mean, they trying to get him like a pardon or whatever. That shit ain't gonna work, bro. People been getting stabbed in prison forever and a day and stuck in that joint. So Tory Lanez, that nigga, I didn't know he got somebody. I don't know. It said 10 years with no possibility of early release or parole. You know what I'm saying? So, but you got to do the whole. I think it's still only 85% though. You see what I'm saying? So, 8.5 years. And that shit just seemed weird. Like the Young Thug case. The Young Thug case was like one of the weirdest cases I've ever seen broadcasted or whatever. So I was like, is this a joke? It seemed like that this ain't real. And that's how I feel like the world is nowadays. Is this shit real? Is y'all niggas really believe, like all these niggas really believe they steppers and like, nah, nigga, you just on drugs and you high off that. Like what I understand about opioids, right, is opioids always made shit more violent, right? Straight up in America, nigga, at the times that the opioids was prevalent, like so prevalent, nigga, from the 1920s on up to 70s, certain eras where opioids been pushed. Yep, you know what I'm saying? And see, what he said? He said, believe nothing you hear and half of what you see. Exactly, bro. Because if they could sell you the dream, of course they gonna sell it to you. And it's always just to steal the money and the bitches and shit. You know what I'm saying? From the motherfucker. Why you think they want to make certain ethnicities look bad and shit, bro? No matter what. And make us look like beneath everybody. Make sure we don't come up like that. It's a system because they don't want certain people to come up. And then they're going to let certain people like P Diddy blow up after they know Diddy think he recording motherfuckers and getting them caught up. They like, nigga, we control the whole motherfucking market, nigga. What are you talking about? Let me show you what we can do, nigga. And parade him around because they know his dirty laundry too. You know what I'm saying? You know what they always say though? If you dig in the grave for a motherfucker, dig two. You know what I'm saying? One for you too, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So, that being said, you know what I'm saying? Like, people be doing shit, bro, but you know, all that shit come back full circle to a lot of people. Some people get away with it, you know what I mean? In this life, you know, but there's a lot. So Money Mac can say there's a lot of people in the hood that think they are factors. Also, I just handle my own business, though. There's a lot of small thinkers out there. Exactly, I would agree with you. A lot of people that think in a box or let people tell them what to think, and then they think they thinking it themselves. You feel me? So you gotta watch what you put in you, and you gotta watch what you believe in. Like Brett was saying, you know, be weary to believe in what you see. Be weary to believe in what you hear. You feel me? All I know about Diddy is that nigga made somebody mad, bro. That he upset for them to go after him like that, if anything. But he left him too much to smut him up with. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? It's like, especially being that black, that rich, that, you know, that powerful in the sense, you're gonna have to watch what you do. You know what I'm saying? Because, nigga, you already know how this shit go. And if you don't, you why are you in that position? You slow, nigga. You know how this shit go for a lot of people. Not only black people, but you know how this, it's a game. Just like people play games in the streets. People play games in every field. You know what I'm saying? When you go to Walmart, them niggas is hawking at each other trying to get the Walmart pension and shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, that's just how this shit go. There's always gonna be people that fall in line to the system that's being played for their own benefit, and they'll be cutthroat about it. So, knowing that, you gotta always just understand, you know, it's just like in the animal kingdom, bruh. You know what I'm saying? The lion and the hyenas is fighting over the territory and the food. You see what I'm saying? So they only make so much of all this shit. There's only so much of all this shit. So motherfuckers be willing to take it to the extreme to get what they want, bro. From the streets to wherever. So you gotta know where the sharks, the wolves, the lions, the predators, you gotta know the predator. Okay, that's a wolf over there. Or that's a fox. Yeah, they can bite, but they ain't. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta know what you're dealing with. And, you know, even like the women, Tory Lanez, he put himself in that position. Lightweight, you always gotta take accountability. You feel me? What's good with Ronnie, man? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So you always gotta know, like, you know, that there's forces. Like, you ain't invincible, bro. And you gotta build a strong enough. If you wanna be a person of power, you gotta build a strong enough force to be reckoned with, bro. And you can't build it on sand or bullshit. P Diddy had hella money, billionaire, all the shit, and that nigga wanted to do all of that. You know what I'm saying? What's up, East Oakland? You know what I'm saying? Shout out East Oakland. Shout out BayArea Ronnie, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but you gotta know how to play with them motherfuckers, bro. And you can't be you can't like, even, you gotta be able to fight some of your, you know what I mean? Cause they gonna offer it to you. Here, you know what I'm saying? That's how they get them niggas. That's how they get people. They offer you shit. I've been offered shit. I had to turn it down. That's why I'm still broke. Cause I just don't take everything. I be like, nah, man. You don't got no moral compass. And maybe the time, it ain't, yeah, it's good right now, right? But you show me a characteristic trait that I can't tolerate if it was bad. And if I know that there will be definitely a time of bad times with you, I don't even want to start the good times. Because if I could see it already, like, Yeah, that's for sure. The bad times gonna come, and when the going get rough, this person gonna do da 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 da. I don't even want you in my circle. You see what I'm saying? You know. Now if it's unforeseeable, that's different. Like, damn, you too? You did me like that? I didn't think you would. That's the times that it really stings. But when you already know that this person got them characteristic traits, then you be like, man, I kind of expected that. So you kind of like mad at yourself, but you deal with it. You compartmentalize it differently. When it's somebody that you trusted and you really thought they was locked in with you, that's when you be like, damn, you did me like that. So I just be looking at it like, you gotta just be smart. You know, you give people the benefit of the doubt, but you know, people most of the time, money will compromise people. You see what I'm saying? Money most of the time compromise people. Maybe it's the power that money give you. Maybe it's the look that money give you. Maybe it's, you know, it's certain elements. So then people put you on a pedestal. People think people smarter because they got more money than everybody. Motherfucker, oh, he must know something. He got, you know. So they be like, nah, he might. You know what I mean? No, it's, you know, sometimes, bro, it's just motherfuckers is willing to be sold out quicker. You see what I'm saying? Like, I got a cousin, this nigga a gangster, but the nigga worked for loss prevention. I don't get it. I don't get it. You know, how did them two mix? Like, you know what I'm saying? And my people is when I be, you know, if I need, why don't you do security? I ain't doing no security. No, I'm not doing no security personally. I ain't knocking nobody that do security, but you ain't gonna see me try to save the day for for businesses and stuff like that. I don't even get down like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to protect nobody else's business and they losses. They ain't trying, like, when is a job protecting your losses? If they ain't paid you and they ain't had to pay you, they ain't gonna pay you. So I'm not about to sit here and protect that shit, man. I guess damn. So I agree. You know what I'm saying? So I guess damn. I'm never gonna be a security guard because I'm not gonna sit there and protect. No, bro. Take the cookies, bro. I don't give. What I care, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not chasing them up, calling the police on nobody. No, I'm not doing that for a job. Hell no. Like, I'm gonna go. I work at, like, you know what I mean, a convenience store, but you gonna take some losses. I'm not about to sit there and try to save your convenience store, bro. Somebody come in there and want the money here, man. Well, look, they got some money over here too, bro. Here, let me help you out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not tripping. That's not my shit. They got insurance and shit. It's like rappers with jewelry, nigga. Somebody rob you, bro. Give it up, man. That shit, just get your insurance to pay for it, bro. What's wrong with you? You know what I mean? Like, so that's just how I be looking at shit, bro. I don't be caring about none of that. Cause at the end of the day, there's gatekeepers in all of this shit. Don't get it misconstrued. There is gatekeepers in all of the shit. There's always people that's trying to hate. And I don't know why. Maybe it's like, I don't know why though. I'm gonna be like, a lot of my life, I've run across these gatekeepers and they bitch ass motherfuckers. So I can't subscribe to that shit. You know what I'm saying? And they always trying to make you subjectable to they like they control. So they try to, you know what I mean? Try to dangle something in front of you that they think you gonna want to compromise you. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, nah, man. There was an old saying, I'd rather starve with some players than eat with some squares. You know what I'm saying? We gonna be hungry as fuck over here, but we not gonna be like you. We not. You know what I'm saying? And there's certain things that I can't subscribe to just based upon my moral compass as a man. Fuck the streets, because the streets is something I can't even get down with no more. Especially of today's era of all the shit. I can't subscribe to that, bro. You know what I mean? Because it's like the streets is formed for you to lose, dog. Straight up, it's formed for you to lose. And don't know no winners, and all my great uncles and shit was all fucked up, and there wasn't nobody to look up to at the point of the end of their life. You feel me? It wasn't like somebody that you would want to be like. You feel me? So everybody looking up to motherfuckers that they gonna fall victim to being old and using too, and changing their MO. Why you listening to them now? Cause they gonna change up on you too. Motherfuckers is looking for that hero to stay the same. Ain't none of these motherfuckers gonna stay the same, bro. Ain't none on the earth gonna stay the same. You better develop who you is before it's too late and be yourself. Yeah. Niggas be staying stuck on something for their whole life. Just because they told themselves as a teenager they was gonna stay hella tough and stupid shit like that. Nigga, I'm gonna be big up for life. I ain't keep a vow for no motherfucking life for nobody, bro. You gotta do what you gotta do. If you gonna be a fireman, if you could, I'm saying, if you could deal with being a certain thing or becoming a certain thing, all power to you, bro. Don't let nobody judge you and tell you that that's what you should do. That's what I'm saying, because everybody different. You know, you be in places and we from California for the most part that's watching this shit. There's about 3-4 people up in there. So you from California, we all get down. What's up, Brad? This is what I'm saying. We get down like, you know what I'm saying? You gonna chop it up, or even like all the culture really get down like that. Now when you go to Arizona, you might not see a nigga like that. You might see me, hey, how you doing, buddy? And then you like, but he ain't less of a nigga. He just ain't like you. You know what I'm saying? So when you be traveling, you go to Florida or something like that, and then all the black people speak Spanish and shit, nigga. But nigga, they still niggas. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying all of that to be like, um, everybody different. So you really can't put nobody in the box. But I'm saying certain things like with great leadership for somebody like P Diddy or somebody with great power comes supposed to be great leadership behind it, especially when you asking your culture to believe in your movement and support you, and then you know what, they always try to use God or something like that. Diddy going to church stuff, always thanking God, but you over there doing all kind of scumbaggery, bruh. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, at least these rappers be like, they be trying to thank the demons. Thank the demons. At least they, you know, they ain't trying to put God in their BS. You know what I'm saying? Like, but at the same token, you should always thank God, man. You know what I mean? But don't be just, you know what I'm saying, using God to take advantage of people too. You know what I mean? That's how them preachers be doing. You feel me? They use God and then they want you to give them $1,000 or something. You know what I'm saying? Sow a seed. I always want you to sow a seed and stuff, man. I ain't sowing seeds. I don't even know how to sow, bro. You know what I mean? So, you know, there's always people trying to use God and certain powers that they feel like you're vulnerable. Talk to your grandma, then they're going to convince your grandma by talking to God, talking about God to her to get you to, you know what I'm saying? That's how many niggas didn't sign for a basketball team because somebody wouldn't talk to their mama, you know what I'm saying, or their grandma about God. And they ain't no God in them, you know what I'm saying? You know them by their fruits. That's what the Bible's saying. That's just in general, too, though. You know them by their fruits, bruh. Like how a person really is, man. Life is about learning, so making mistakes and learning. But if you ever put yourself in a position of controlling a lot of people, multiple people's lives, you feel me? You gotta take honor and discipline in that, bro. Because you know you're a human being, right? And you know, nigga, this is how I think about. But when I'm in situations where I have control of multiple people's outcome, even though I'm a certain way, anybody gonna tell you that nigga helped us win though. And he put it, even if like we had to go to this direction, so I'm gonna keep us on this direction no matter what, no matter how I feel, and even if I gotta take a loss here or there, I'm gonna keep. Come on, let's go this way though. This the way we supposed to go. I know, I get it, bro. You think it's that way. I get that you think it's that way, but it's not. It's this way. You see what I'm saying? So that's where my mind be on a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you gotta, you know, and you might lose time, money, all the shit. But if you got a goal set in mind and you stay goal set to, okay, this is where we trying to go, and this is how we gotta do it to keep all of us intact correctly. You know what I'm saying? Honorably, or in certain, you know, everybody falls short to it. But when you learn them lessons, keep sharpening your tools. Boom, 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 boom. You can't be these people in power or a person of power. Even if you a Walmart manager, you know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of times people feel like I got to this position so I could tell people what to do, and you know, they want to be all cutthroat. Well, when you yield that power against you, it's like the niggas learned from the slave master, because all that shit really slave shit. They only paying you enough to cover your room and board, really. You know what I'm saying? And some food and shit. So boom, they gonna train the one little, you know what I'm saying, the overseer, which is the manager, and they gonna give them a little bit more, and then the next one and it's gonna be the continuous cycle of them trying to control you and tell you that they being fair to you, and you seeing this store make $500,000 a day. And you like, bro, they could have paid me more. They won't even pay me overtime. Walmart won't even let you get overtime, bro. Come on, man. What kind of shit is that? You can't even get overtime at Walmart. Like, them niggas making, each store at least making $500,000 to $800,000 a day, bro. A non-super Walmart, you know what I'm saying? And making all this cake, I mean, got you doing all the work. The ticket is finding out, how do I not be controlled by all this shit? Ultimately, you know, I go talk. Let's say I'm not well-rounded, bruh. Y'all all got y'all shit together more than me. What all I'm saying is I took more losses than you probably. I just took hella losses. You know that? I took so many losses. I'm like, bruh, how do I win? You know what I'm saying? So you get to get all these life lessons and go, okay, you know, and I just express myself to, you know, I always look at it like this. I'm a little older, and sometimes I thought I was hearing shit for the first time, but somebody else said it, and then it was just repeated, so we pass along the good information. You see what I'm saying? I just pass along the good game. I happen to have a camera in front of me, and I can use it. My mom say you can use your power for good or evil, Ralph. You know what I'm saying? So I just try to use my energy for as much positivity as I could possess at that moment. Sometimes I fall short too. I slap the shit out of a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? In real life, and then I be like, why I do that? Or they deserved it, but why I do that? You know what I'm saying? Type of energy, and you be like, so we all fall victim to our own ego, pride, all that shit. But if we all was on a level where we all wanted to love each other and show each other a little bit of love and a little bit of courteousness, then we'd be better off. You know what I'm saying? It might not be a foolproof plan, but if everybody could show each other the common courtesy and the common respect they deserve, then we all would be in a better situation. But everybody want to be top dog, and fuck you, cutthroat, bop, 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 bop. Now, none of us got shit. You know what I'm saying? So it take, but the powers that be like seeing it like that. You see what I'm saying? Even if it's just for their enjoyment. Just like you seen it in the Diddy trial. Why the fuck that nigga like that shit besides he like that shit? And he liked it being. So that's the type of energy we deal with, not only in the black culture, but all the way around. These motherfuckers be weird as a motherfucker. And scandalous and evil and nasty and dirty. And you be like, damn, I didn't believe that shit was accurate or true. But it's true as a motherfucker. And that's all. I'm happy that people starting to see that, because that's why I've been kicked out of schools and shit like that. Like, nigga, you know why they stop letting me go to grade school? Because I always be asking about the Native Americans and all the other shit. Like, well, that's not the end of the story. What happened after that? And they like, hey, that's the next grade. I'm like, well, why you out is reading this right now? You know, when I grew up, bro, computers weren't that prevalent. So you had to go look in the book and go get the other book. And they just didn't like a nigga not just a nigga, but a person going against their curriculum and their way of da-da-da-da-da. So a lot of times, they just only want you to hear what they want you to hear. Then past that point, you gotta seek it, and then you gotta. But everybody gonna call you crazy or something, or everybody gonna call you weird or something like that because you seeking more information and you just ain't going with what everybody going with. And you might lose, you might fall off, you might, you know what I'm saying? You might do a lot of shit because you going against the program. You see what I'm saying? That's why you can get, nigga, you going against the program. Nobody bigger than the program. What you mean, nigga? I'm me. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about, you know what I'm saying? So I just could never be wholeheartedly dedicated to nobody's shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if I wasn't able to speak on here freely, I couldn't do it because I don't want to be confined to what I believe was true yesterday. If you gaining more information, you might have to do the equation over again. Like, oh, okay, I didn't know that. Okay, let me retract that. Let me reevaluate it. Boom, boom. This is the analysis I got now based upon the new information. But everybody want to stay, and that's why I can't do. So, you know what I mean? I'd rather start with some players than eat with some squares, bruh. That's just how it go. You know what I'm saying? And whatever it entail, that's my, I guess everybody got a divine destiny at a point in a, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got a divine destiny. But it's how you want, how comfortable you is with the shit. I wasn't comfortable being a, you know what I mean? Can't listen, I'm dirty to this motherfucker. I'd rather be like, man, I'm gonna just keep it honorable, and I'm gonna lose. I know I'm gonna lose, but if I do that, that's dirty. So I'm gonna just lose with pride. You know what I'm saying? Rather than cheating or cheating somebody out of their victory. You feel me? You want fair and square, bruh. You know what I'm saying? I'll come back next time. I'm gonna go back to the drawing board. And next time, nigga, I'm gonna get you. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you sharpen up your tools. People like cheating or using, I don't do all of that. But I'm gonna get off of this. I'm high and I'm on coffee, man.